Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and this is Sky's the Limit episode 2, where I'm going to be discussing Gokhan Saki. Gokhan Saki is a kickboxer who actually just signed a multi-fight contract with the UFC. They announced it in May 25th, somewhere around then. So like a month ago, less than a month ago, a few weeks ago, quite actually. Quite actually, I don't know what the fuck that phrase is, but yeah, so he's from the Netherlands. He's a Dutch Turkish kickboxer, a heavyweight. He retired from kickboxing. He has a kickboxing record of 83 wins, 16 losses, and one no contest. He won recently, like not recently, a few years ago against Tyrone Spong. That's a notable win in 2014. He lost to Rico Verhoeven. He beat Anderson Silva, the kickboxer, the heavyweight kickboxer, who had a match with Rico not too long ago. I think before Rico fought Badr Hari, his fight before that was Anderson Silva. Not the same Anderson Silva. He lost to Badr Hari, but he lost to Overeem. This is not sounding too hot right now. I'm not doing a good job on selling the guy. Yeah, man. But those are really his only losses. Is to elite kickboxers. You can't fault a guy from losing to Rico and Alistair and fucking Badr Hari. So he lost to the best kickboxers, but he beat a lot of the great kickboxers. He was the Glory Light Heavyweight champion. He was the Glory Light Heavyweight World Championship tournament winner. He placed third in K1 World Grand Prix finals. He was the 2009 K1 Heavyweight Tournament runner-up. He got third place in 2008 at the K1 World Grand Prix. He won the K1 World Grand Prix in Hawaii in 2008. He was the WFCA World Thai Boxing Super Heavyweight champion. He was the runner-up of the Grand Prix K1 in Amsterdam in 2006. 2003, he was a world Muay Thai champion. 2002, he was a European Muay Thai champion. And in 2001, he was a Dutch Muay Thai champion. So, he has a lot of almost the best moments. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of runner-ups and third places and stuff like that. But he does have a lot of titles. And when you look at him, when you actually see him fight, he is a decorated striker. He's 0-1 in MMA. He lost to a guy named James Zekic at a cage fighting championship. And I don't know the method of the loss or anything like that, but he's a good striker, you know what I mean? So he's coming into the UFC, so what's going to happen? I think a lot of how his name is going to get initially built is by the matchups they give him. If they give him a jiu-jitsu guy, he's fucked. If they give him a wrestler, he's fucked. If they give him a striker, the striker might have a heavy wrestling game, because I don't think anyone's gonna want to throw hands with this guy. But you need to give him to someone who's confident with their hands. I feel like if they were to give him the Overeem rematch off rip, which I don't think he'd be deserving of, because you can't really do that, but you can. Because heavyweight needs some new blood, but I don't know if you would want to kill him off like that. I could see Alistair going with a wrestling game plan, but Alistair really might be confident that he beat him in kickboxing and might stand and strike. So I'd like to see the Overeem rematch. I think that'd be a dope fight to welcome him into it because, Overeem's a kickboxer. I would like to see Gokhan Saki versus Mark Hunt. K1 champion versus K1 champion. What other matchups are there? Any striking matchup. I don't want to see Verdum versus Gokhan. And I do want to see Gokhan thrown to an elite competition. I don't want to see like a fucking throw him to a Jared Rosholt type or some shit like that, or like a Alexei Olenek or some unknown top 15 guy or top 20 or top 30 guy. No. He's a decorated striker. He should be thrown to the elite competition. He should be. You know what? Fuck it. Give him Alistair Overeem. See how he does. He already fought. I'll give him a chance to avenge that loss. So give him Overeem. Give him Hunt, and then maybe give him. Who else is like a good striker? Maybe Pat Barry should make a return and fight this guy because that'd be a good matchup, I think. Now, I'm gonna pull up the UFC heavyweight rankings and see who would be a good matchup and who would be a bad matchup for him because he is coming into the UFC. I don't know when his first fight would be, but this would be very interesting to see. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so... Kane, that'd be kind of a good fight. But Kane would just fucking hold him down and hump him. That's a bad style matchup. Yeah, so... Junior Dos Santos. That'd actually be a fucking great fight. Gokhan Saki versus JDS. Andrei Arlovsky. Actually, you know what? I would say give Gokhan Andre as his first fight. Andre dropped down, but he's still a top 10 guy. That'd actually be a good fight, I would think. Because Andre, because of Arlovsky's chin, you'd have a chance of a very entertaining knockout. And that's a good gauge, that's my vote. I think Andrei Arlovsky versus Gokhan Saki. And then see how he goes from there, man. And I'm not saying, just give him only favorable matchups. But I'm saying since you signed him to a multi-fight contract, just give him a little curve. You know what I mean? Like, give him a little bit of time to adjust. Give him strikers, give him kickboxers that are in MMA. So if they decide to go for any takedowns or the ground game, obviously it won't be equivalent, but it wouldn't be as big of a challenge as an actual ground game fighter. You know what I mean? So if you give him someone that's just like a pure wrestler off the bat, you're wasting your money because why the fuck would you sign him? But and I'm not saying to give him to pad the bed for him or anything like that, but if you just kind of gradually build him up, because look at fucking Tyron Spong, for example, you know what I mean? Look at Joe Schilling. Look at who else? I have the name on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember who I'm thinking of. I'm not going to waste my time. But if you look at those guys, those are guys that are incredible strikers that didn't really cross over too well into MMA. But on the other hand, look at Overeem. Look at Hunt. Look at Stephen Thompson. Look at so many other people. You have a lot of kickboxers that actually did it. So I'm saying, this guy could potentially be a star. Like how I was talking about tension, you have a guy that could bring in a demographic that you have an appeal to. The Turkish kind of, he'd be appealing to almost the same demographic as Gegard, because Gegard is like a Middle Eastern Dutch person, and so is Gokhan. He's a Middle Eastern. He's from Turkey, but he's Dutch. So I would say, and even fucking look at Gegard Mousasi. Now that I said that, a kickboxing guy. So Gegard is. I don't really know why they haven't been. I'm not even gonna get into it because this video is not on Gegard. So Gokhan, yeah. So I like Gokhan. He's a good striker. I might link the highlight videos down. I have to find a good video, and yeah, man. So let me know who you would like to see him fight. Who would you like to see him enter in the UFC, and what you guys think of this guy overall? And let me know if you think he's gonna end up like a Tyron Spong, or if he's gonna or like a Melvin Manhoof. That's exactly who the fuck I was thinking about. If he's gonna end up like a Melvin Manhoof or something like that. Or is he going to be a Hunt Overeem story? Let me know what you guys think. You already know. It's Mastermind MMA.